Hari Bol, everyone. Please accept my pranam. Today we begin Sri Caitanya-bhāgavata Ādi-khaṇḍa Chapter 2, Prabhu Janma, the appearance of the Lord. Today we'll go over the first half of the chapter. In the previous chapter, Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur, he gives his Maṅgalācaraṇa and offers his obeisance to and glorifies Sri Nityananda, Baladev Prabhu, Anantadev. That's the first half of the chapter. And then in the second half, he summarizes the three khandas, the three sections of Caitanya-bhāgavata, Adi, Madhya, and Antya. In our reading today, we'll hear about the associates of the Lord who descended in different countries prior to his advent, and how all the people of Navadvīpa were completely devoid of bhakti. And then we'll hear about the devotees' distress on seeing the condition of the people, especially Advaita Ācārya's distress. Right now I'm sitting in Advaita Bhavan, and Advaita Ācārya, he said, "I will make Kṛṣṇa descend for all to see. Otherwise, I'll manifest my four-armed form and sever the heads of all the atheists with my chakra. Then it will be confirmed that Kṛṣṇa is my Lord and I am his servant." So our reading will end with the Lord preparing to make his advent. Alright, so let's begin. First, we'll do the Maṅgalācaraṇa. Ajnanatimidandhasya jnananjana-shalakaya chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Kṛṣṇāya Kṛṣṇa Bhaktaya Tara Bhaktaya Namo Namaha. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ajanulambita bhujo kanakavadato saṅkīrtanai kapitaro kamalaya-taksho vishvambharo dvijavaro yuga-dharma palo vande jagat priyakaro karunavataro. Namastrikala satyaya Jagannatha sutaya cha sabhrityaya saputraya sakalatrayate namaha. Avatirno sakarunyo parichinno sarishvaro Shri Kṛṣṇa Caitanya Nityanando dvau bhrataro bhaje. Sajayati vishuddha vikrama kanakabha kamalaya tekshana varajanu vilambisharbhujo bahudha bhakti rasabhinartaka. Jayati Jayati Deva Kṛṣṇa Caitanya Chandro Jayati Jayati Kirtis Tasya Nitya Pavitra Jayati Jayati Bhrityas Tasya Vishvesha Murter Jayati Jayati Nrityam Tasya Sarva Priyanam. Adyashi Caitanya Priya Ghoshtir Charane Ashesha Prakare Mor Danda Paraname Tabe Vando Shri Kṛṣṇa Caitanya Maheshwar Navadvīpe avatar nama Vishvambar. Tavai vasmi na jivami tvaya vinay iti vigyaya devi tvam nayamam charanantikam.
bhaktya vihina aparada lakshya kshiptashtakama madhe kripa mai tvam sharanam prapanam vrinde namaste charanarvindam. Shri Kṛṣṇa Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Śrīvāsa Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The glories of Sri Caitanya-bhāgavata and Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila, Chapter 8, verses 33 to 42. Ore mura lokshuna Caitanya Mangal, Caitanya Mahima Jate Jani Besaka, Kṛṣṇa Lila Bhagavate Kohe Veda Vyas, Caitanya Lilar Vyas Vrindavana Das, Vrindavana Dasa Koilo Caitanya Mangal, Jahara Shavane Nashe Sarva Amangal, Caitanya Nitar Jate Janiye Mahima, Jate Jane Krishna Bhakti Siddhanter Sima, Bhagavate Jato Bhakti Siddhanter Sar, Likhi Achen Iha Jane Koriya Udhar, Caitanya Mangala Shune Jadi Pashandi Javan, Sheho Maha Vaishnava Hoy Tatakhan, Manushe Rachite Nare Aiche Granta Dhanya, Vrindavana Dasa Mukhe Bhakta Shri Caitanya, Vrindavana Dasa Pade Koti Namaskar, Aiche Granta Korite Ho Tarila Sangsar, Narayani Caitanyer Uchishta Bhajan, Tar Garbe Janmila Shri Dasa Vrindavan, Tar ki Arbhuta Caitanya Charita Varnan, Jahara Shavane Shuddha Koilo Tribhuvan. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 4-5. Sahaje Vichitra Madhur Caitanya Vihar, Vrindavana Dasa Mukhe Amritera Dhar. Sri Caitanya-bhāgavata, Chapter 2, The Lord's Appearance, Prabhu Janma. Jaya Jaya Mahaprabhu Gaura Sundar, Jaya Jagannatha Putra Mahamaheshwar. All glories to Mahaprabhu Shri Gaura Sundar. All glories to the son of Jagannath Mishra, the Lord of all lords. Jaya Nityananda Gadadharer Jivan, Jaya Jaya Advaita Bhakter Sharan. All glories to the life and soul of Nityananda and Gadadhar. All glories to the shelter of the devotees headed by Advaita Prabhu. Bhakta Goshti Sahita Gauranga Jai Jai, Shunile Caitanya Katha Bhakti Labhya Hoy. All glories to Lord Gauranga along with his associates. By hearing the topics of Sri Caitanya, one attains devotional service to the Lord. Puna Bhakta Shange Prabhu Pade Namaskar, Spuruk Jivai Gaura Chandra Yavatar. I again offer my obeisances at the lotus feet of Sri Caitanya and his devotees. Let the topics of Sri Gaurachandra become manifest on my tongue. Jaya Jaya Shri Karuna Sindhu Gaurachandra, Jaya Jaya Shri Seva Vigraha Nityananda. All glories to Shri Gaurachandra, the ocean of mercy. All glories to Nityananda Prabhu, the personification of devotional service. अविज्ञात तत्व दुई भाई आर भक्ता तथापि कृपाय tattva koren subyakta. Although the truths of the two brothers and their devotees are incomprehensible, they can be realized by the mercy of their lordships. Brahmadir spurti hoy Krishner kripay sarva shastre vede bhagavata egai. The knowledge of personalities like Lord Brahma is enhanced by the mercy of Lord Kṛṣṇa. This is confirmed in all the scriptures such as the Vedas and the Śrīmād-bhāgavatam. Prachodita yena pura sarasvati vitanvata jasya satim smritam hridi swalakshana pradurabhut kilasyata Same rishinam rishabha prasiddhata. That's from Śrīmād-bhāgavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 4, Verse 22. May the Lord, who in the beginning of the creation amplified the potent knowledge of Brahma from within his heart, and inspired him with full knowledge of creation and his own self, and who appeared to be generated from the mouth of Brahma, be pleased with me. Purve Brahma janmile nabi parma hoite tathapi ha shakti nai kichui dekhite tabe jabe sarva bhave loila sharan tabe prabhu kripai dilen darshan tabe Kṛṣṇa kripai spurilo saraswati Tobe se janila sarva avatara sthiti. In the beginning of creation, Lord Brahma was born from the lotus sprouted from the navel of Lord Vishnu. Still, he had no power to see anything. When Brahma took full shelter of the Lord, then, out of compassion, the Lord appeared before him. Then, by the mercy of Kṛṣṇa, Brahma received transcendental knowledge so that he could understand the various incarnations of the Supreme Lord. Heno Kṛṣṇa Chandrer Durge Avatar Tana Kripa Bine Kara Shakti Janivar. Lord Kṛṣṇa's incarnations are very difficult to understand. Who has the power to understand them without his mercy? Achintyaya gamya Kṛṣṇa avatara lila she Brahma bhagavate apane kahila. In the Śrīmād-bhāgavatam, Lord Brahma concludes that the pastimes of Kṛṣṇa's incarnations are inconceivable and inaccessible. Goveti bhuman bhagavan paratman Yogeshvarotir bhavatas trilokyam Kva va katham va kati va kadeti Vistarayan krirdhasi yogamayam. That's Śrīmād-bhāgavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 14, Verse 21. O Supreme Great One, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, O Supersoul, Master of all mystic power, your pastimes are taking place continuously in these three worlds. But who can estimate where, how, and when you are employing your spiritual energy and performing these innumerable pastimes? No one can understand the mystery of how your spiritual energy acts. Kaun hetu Kṛṣṇa Chandra kore avatar Kar shakti ache tattva janite tahar. Who has the ability to know why Kṛṣṇa Chandra incarnates? Tathapi Shri Bhagavate Gītāy je koi tahale ki je nimite avatar hoy. Still, I am giving whatever reasons are described in the Śrīmād-bhāgavatam and the Bhagavad Gita. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srajamyaham. That's Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, verse 7. Whenever and wherever there's a decline in religious practice, O descendant of Bharata, and a predominant rise of irreligion, at that time I descend myself. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya chadushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. That's Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, verse 8. To deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to re-establish the principles of religion, I myself appear millennium after millennium. Dharma parabhava hoy jokhane jokhane adharmer prabalata bade dine dine sadhu jan rakha dushta vinasha karane brahmadi prabhur pai kore vigyapane. Whenever there's a decline in religious principles and irreligion becomes more prominent day by day, at that time the demigods headed by Brahma pray at the feet of the Lord to protect the sadhus and destroy the miscreants. Tabe Prabhu yuga-dharma sthapana korite sango pange avatirna hana prithivite. The Lord then appears in this material world with his associates and paraphernalia in order to re-establish the principles of religion. Kali yuge dharma hoy hari saṅkīrtana etararte avatirna Shri Sachinandan. The religious principle for the age of Kali is the congregational chanting of the holy names of the Lord. Shri Sachinandan incarnates to establish this principle. Eko he bhagavata sarva tattva sar kirtana nimitta gora chandraya avatar. It is stated in the Śrīmad-bhāgavatam that the Supreme Absolute Truth, Lord Gaurachandra, incarnates to propagate the chanting of the holy names. Iti dvapara urvisha stuvanti jagarishvaram nana tantra vidhanena kalavapi tatha shrinu. That's from Śrīmad-bhāgavatam 11.5 verses 31, and the next verse will be 32. O King, in this way people in Dwapara Yuga glorified the Lord of the universe. In Kali Yuga also, people worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead by following various regulations of the revealed scriptures. Now, kindly hear of this from me. So next verse in Śrīmad-bhāgavatam. Kṛṣṇa varnam tisha Kṛṣṇam sangopangastra parikaras yagyai saṅkīrtana prayar yajantihi sumedhasaha. In the age of Kali, intelligent persons perform congregational chanting to worship the incarnation of Godhead, who constantly sings the names of Kṛṣṇa. Although his complexion is not blackish, he is Kṛṣṇa himself. He is accompanied by his associates, servants, weapons, and confidential companions. Kali yuge sarva dharma hari saṅkīrtana sabha prakashile Caitanya-bhāgavata. Lord Chaitanya inaugurated the congregational chanting of the holy names as the essence of all religious principles for the age of Kali. Kali yuge saṅkīrtana dharma pali bare avatirna hoila prabhu sarva parikare. In Kali Yuga, the Lord incarnates with his associates in order to maintain the religious principle of Saṅkirtan. Prabhur agyay age sarva parikar janma labhilen sabe manusha bhitar. On the order of the Lord, all of his associates took birth in human society. Ki ananta ki Shiva virinchi rishigan, Jato avatarer parshada aptagan. Ananta, Shiva, Brahma, various sages, and the associates of all the Lord's previous incarnations all took birth as great devotees. Bhāgavata rupe janma hoilo sabar, Kṛṣṇa se janen jar angshe janma jar. Only Gaura Kṛṣṇa knew which associate took birth as which devotee. Karo janma Navadvīpe karo chatti grame, Keho radhe odhra deshe Śrīvāsa paschime. Some took birth in Navadvīpa, some in Chattagram, some in Radha Desh, some in Orissa, some in Śrīvāsa, and some in the west. Nāna-stane avatirna hoila bhaktagan, Navadvīpe asi hoilo sabar milan. Although the devotees appeared in different places, they all gathered in Navadvīpa. Sarva Vaishnaver janma Navadvīpa dhame, Kona mahapriya daser janma anyasthane. Most of the Vaishnavas took birth in Navadvīpa, and some beloved associates appeared elsewhere. Śrīvāsa Pandita Ar, Shri Rama Pandita, Shri Chandra Shekhara Deva Trailokya Pujita. Śrīvāsa Pandit, Shri Ram Pandit, and Shri Chandra Shekhar are worshipped throughout the three worlds. Bhavaroga Vaidya Shri Murari Namajar, Shri Hatta Esabha Vaishnaver Avatar. They, along with Shri Murari Gupta, who cures the living entities of their material disease, all took birth in Shri Hatta. Pundarika Vidyanidhi Vaishnava Pradhan, Caitanya-bhāgavata datta Vasudeva nam, Chatti grame hoilo iha sabar parikaras, Bhudane hoila avatirna haridas. Pundarik Vidyanidhi, the topmost Vaishnav, Caitanya-bhāgavata, and Vasudeva Datta all appeared in Chattagram. Haridas Thakur appeared in the village of Bhudana. Rāda Majhe Eka Chaka nāma-saṅkīrtana gram, Jahi avatirna Nityananda Bhagavan. The Supreme Lord Nityananda Prabhu appeared in the village of Eka Chakra in Radha Desh. Harai Pandita Nam Shuddha Vipra Raja, Mule Sarva Pita Tane Kore Pita Vyaja. The exalted Harai Pandit was the king of the Brahmanas. He was accepted as the father of Lord Nityananda, who is the original father of all. Kripa Sindhu Bhakti Data Shri Vaishnava Dham, Radhe avatirna hoila Nityananda Ram. The ocean of mercy, the giver of devotional service, and the shelter of all Vaishnavas, Shri Nityananda Ram, appeared in Radha Desh. Mahajai Jai Dwani Pushpa Varishan, Sangope Devatagan Koilin Tokhon. At the time of Nityananda's appearance, all the demigods secretly showered flowers and chanted, Jai, Jai! Shei din hoite rada mandala shakal, Puna puna barite lagilo sumangal. From that day on, the land of Radha began to prosper
and signs of auspiciousness became visible. Trihute Paramananda Purir Prakash Nilachale Jar Sange Ekatra Vilas. Paramananda Puri, who enjoyed pastimes with the Lord in Nilachal, appeared at Trihuta. Gangatira Punyasthana Sakala Thakite Vaishnava Janmaye Kene Shocha Deshete Apane Hoila Avatirna Gangatire Shanger Parshade Kene Janmayen Dure. The banks of the Ganges are most sanctified. Why then would a Vaishnav take birth at an impious place? The Lord appeared on the bank of the Ganges, so why did his associates appear in distant places? Jai Jai Desha Ganga Hari Nama Vivarjita Jai Deshe Pandava Nahi Gelo Kadachita Sheshava Jivere Kṛṣṇa Vatsala Hoya Mahabhakta Saba Janmayena Agya Diya. Out of compassion, Lord Kṛṣṇa ordered his great devotees to appear in places where the Ganges does not flow, where the holy names are not chanted, and where the Pandavas did not visit. Sangsara tarite Shri Caitanya-bhāgavata apane Shri Mukhe kori achen angikar. Shri Caitanya descended to deliver the entire universe. He has confirmed this with his own words. Shocha deshe shocha kule apana samana Janmaiya Vaishnave Sabare Kore Trana. The Lord had his devotees, who are equal to him, appear at impious places and in impious families in order to deliver everyone. Jai Deshe Jai Kule Vaishnava Avatare Tahara Prabhave Lakha Jojana Nistare. In whatever place or family a Vaishnava appears, people for hundreds of thousands of miles around are all delivered. Jai Sthane Vaishnavgan Koren Vijay She Sthana Hoy Ati Punya Tirthamoy. Wherever the Vaishnavas go, that place becomes a sanctified place of pilgrimage. Ataeva sarva deshe nija bhaktagan avatirna koilashi Caitanya Narayan. Therefore, Shri Caitanya had his devotees appear in all different countries. Nanastane avatirna hoila bhaktagan Navadvīpe asi sabar hoilo milan. Although the devotees appeared in various places, they all met together in Navadvīpa. Navadvīpe hoibo Prabhur avatar Atayeva Navadvīpe milana sabar. Because the Lord would appear in Navadvīpa, the devotees all gathered together there. Navadvīpa heno gram tribhuvane nai Jahi avatirna hoila Caitanya Gosai. There is no place in the three worlds like Navadvīpa where Lord Shri Caitanya appeared. Avatari ben Prabhu janiya vidhata sakala sampurna kori thuilen tatha. Knowing that the Lord would appear, Providence arranged all prosperity and opulence in advance. Navadvīpa sampatti ke varni bare pare Eko Ganga Ghate Lakha Loka Snana Kore. Who can describe the opulences of Navadvīpa?
100,000 people would take bath at one bathing cot. Trivida vayase eka jati lokho lokho Saraswati prasade sabe mahadokho. By the merciful glance of Saraswati, the goddess of learning, hundreds of thousands of children, youths, and old people were expert in the scriptures. Sabe maha adhyapaka kori gharva dhare Palakeo Ācārya sane kakha kore. They were all proud of being great scholars. Even a young boy would challenge his teacher. Nana desha hoite loka Navadvīpe jai Navadvīpe porile she vidya rasa pai. Many people came from various provinces to study in Navadvīpa, because by studying there, one achieved a taste for education. Ataeva paruvar nahi samuchay Lakha koti adhyapaka nahi konishchay. Therefore, no one could count the innumerable students and millions of teachers gathered there. Rama drishti pate sarva loka sukhe bose Vyarta kala jai matra vyavahara rase. By the merciful glance of Rama, the goddess of fortune, everyone lived happily there. But they wasted their time in mundane activities. Kṛṣṇa Rama bhakti shunya shakala saṅsār Prathama kalite hoila bhavishya ācārya. The whole universe was devoid of devotion to Kṛṣṇa and Balaram, and future symptoms of the age of Kali became manifest in the beginning of the age. Dharma karma loka sabe e matra jane Maṅgalācaraṇa gite kore jagarane. People's religion consisted of fruitive activities, and they would stay awake through the night chanting prayers to Maṅgalācaraṇa, goddess Durga. Tambha kori vishahari puje konjan Puttali karo eke ho diya bahudhan. Some people proudly worshipped Vishahari, the goddess of snakes, and others spent great wealth on idol worship. Dhana nashte kore putra kanyar vibhai E mato jagater vyarta kalajai. People squandered money on the marriages of their sons and daughters. In this way, they wasted their human lives. Jeba Ācārya chakravarti mishra sab Tahara o na jane sab grantha anubhav. Even the so-called scholars, the Bhattacharyas, Chakravartis, and Mishras, did not know the real purport of the scriptures. Shastra poraya sabe e karma kore Shrotar sahite jama pashe dubi more. And even after teaching the scriptures, the teachers still engaged in such activities. As a result, both the teachers and the students were punished by Yamaraj. Navakhane yuga-dharma Kṛṣṇer kirtan Dosha bina guna karo na kore kathan. They never explains the religious principle for the age, chanting the holy names of the Lord. They only found faults with others. They never glorified anyone. Jebasha virakta tapasvi abhimani Tasabar mukhe ho nahi ko haridvani. All the so-called renunciates and ascetics never chanted the names of Hari. Ati boro sukriti she snane samay Govinda parikaras nāma-saṅkīrtana. Only the most pious people would recite the names of Pundarikaksha and Govinda at the time of taking bath. Gita-bhāgavata je janete porai, bhaktir vyakhyana nahi tahar jivai. Even when someone explains the Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam, they would not mention anything about devotional service to the Lord. Mato Vishnu Maya mohita sangsar, dekhi bhakta sab dukha bhaven apar. Seeing the entire world illusioned by the Lord's external energy in this way, all the devotees felt unlimited distress. Kaimone e jiva sab paibe udhar, Vishay sukhete sab majilo sangsar. They thought, how will these people be delivered? The whole world is simply absorbed in material enjoyment. Boli leo keho nahi loe Kṛṣṇa naam, niravadi vidyakul koren vyakhyan. People will not chant the names of Kṛṣṇa even if they are instructed. Rather, they constantly glorify their education and good birth. Swakarya koren sabha bhagavata gan, Kṛṣṇa puja ganga snan, Kṛṣṇer kathan. The great devotees, however, followed the prescribed duties like worshipping Kṛṣṇa, bathing in the Ganges, and discussing topics of Kṛṣṇa. Sabe meli jagatere kore ashirvar, shighra Kṛṣṇa chandra koro sabare prasad. They all bestowed their blessings on the people of the world and prayed, O Kṛṣṇa Chandra, please quickly bestow mercy on these people. She Navadvīpe boise Vaishnavagraganya, Advaita Ācārya nam sarvaloke dhanya. Residing in Navadvīpa at that time was Advaita Ācārya, the topmost Vaishnav, who is glorified throughout the world. Jnana bhakti vairagyer guru mukhyatar, Kṛṣṇa bhakti bhakanite jeheno shankar. Shri Advaita Ācārya was the most respected teacher. He was as expert as Lord Shiva in explaining the devotional service of Lord Kṛṣṇa with knowledge and renunciation. Tribhuvane ache joto shastrer prachar, Sarvatra vakhane Kṛṣṇa pada bhakti sar. He explained all the scriptures that are found in the three worlds and concluded that devotional service to the lotus feet of Kṛṣṇa is the essence of all teachings. Tulasi manjari sahita ganga jale, niravadi seve Kṛṣṇe mahakutuhale. Shri Advaita Ācārya would enthusiastically worship Kṛṣṇa with tulsi manjaris and Ganges water. Hunkar karoye Kṛṣṇa avasher teje, je dvani brahmanda bhedi vaikuntete baje. He loudly called for Kṛṣṇa in great spiritual ecstasy. That sound vibration pierced the covering of the universe and was heard in the Vaikuntha planets. Je premer hunkar shuniya Kṛṣṇa nath, bhakti vashe apane je hoila shakshat. On hearing Advaita Prabhu's cries of love, Lord Kṛṣṇa personally appeared, for he is controlled by the love of his devotees. Atayeva Advaita Vaishnava Agraganya, Nikhila Brahmande Jar Bhakti Yoga Dhanya. Therefore, Advaita Ācārya is the best of all Vaishnavas. There is no comparison to his devotional service in the entire universe. E mata Advaita boise nadiyai, bhakti yoga shunya loka dekhi dukkha pai. In this way, Advaita Ācārya resided in Nadia in great distress due to people's lack of devotion. Shakala saṅsāra mata vyavahara rase, Kṛṣṇa puja Kṛṣṇa bhakti karunahi vase. Everyone in the entire world was engaged in materialistic activities. No one was engaged in worshipping or serving Kṛṣṇa. Vāśuli pujaye keho nāna upahare, madhyamaṅsha diya keho yaksha puja kore. Some people worshipped Vāśuli, that's Chandi or Durga, with various ingredients, and some people worshipped the yakshas with meat and wine. Nirabadi nritta gita vadya kolaholo, na shune Krishner nam parama mangal. People would constantly dance, sing, and play musical instruments in a great commotion, but they never heard the supremely auspicious names of Kṛṣṇa. Kṛṣṇa shunya mangale dever nahi sukha, vishesha advaita mane pai boro dukha. The devotees, headed by Advaita Ācārya, were distressed on seeing the people engaged in so-called auspicious activities that were not related to Kṛṣṇa. Svabhave Advaita boro karunya hriday, jiver udhara chinte hoya sadoy. By nature, the heart of Advaita Ācārya was full of compassion, so he mercifully contemplated how to deliver the living entities. Mor Prabhu asi jodi kore avatar, tabe hoye sakala jiver udhar. If my Lord descends, then all these fallen souls would be delivered. Tabe to Advaita Singha amar borai, Vaikuntha Vallabha jadi dekhaya hetai. My name Advaita Singha will be justified when I cause the descent of the beloved Lord of Vaikuntha. Aniya Vaikuntha Nath Shakshat Koriya, Nachibo Gaibo Sarva Jiva Udhariya. I will make the Lord of Vaikuntha appear in this world, and we will dance, chant, and thus deliver the fallen living entities. Niravadi e mata sankalpa koriya, seven Shri Kṛṣṇa pada ekachitta hoya. With this determination, Advaita Ācārya constantly serves the lotus feet of Shri Kṛṣṇa Chandra with fixed mind. Advaiter karane Caitanya-bhāgavata, she Prabhu kohiya chen bar bar. Lord Chaitanya repeatedly confirms that he incarnated due to the desire of Sri Advaita Prabhu. She Navadvīpe boise pandita Śrīvāsa, jahara mandire hoilo Caitanya vilas. Śrīvāsa Pandit resided in Navadvīpa. Lord Chaitanya enjoyed many pastimes in his house. Sarvakala chari bhai gaye Kṛṣṇa naam, Trikala karoye Kṛṣṇa puja Ganga snan. Śrīvāsa Pandit and his three brothers continuously chanted the names of Kṛṣṇa. They would take 3 baths daily in the Ganga and then worship Lord Kṛṣṇa. নিগুড়ে অনেক আর বসে না দিয়ায় পূর্বে সবে জন্মিলেন ঈশ্বর আজ্ঞায় শ্রী চন্দ্রশেখর জগদীশ গোপীনাথ শ্রীমান মুরারি শ্রী গরুড় গঙ্গাদাস. Many other devotees lived incognito in Nadia. By the will of the Lord, Sri Chandrasekhar, Jagadish, Gopinath, Shriman Pandit, Murari Gupta, Sri Garuda Pandit, and Gangadas all took birth before the Lord. Eke eke bolite hoy pustaka vistar, kathar prastave naam loibo jani jar. If I listed the names of all the devotees, this book would increase in size. So I will mention those names that I know at the appropriate time. Sabe swadharma para sabe udar, Kṛṣṇa bhakti boy keho na janaye ar. All these devotees were engaged in their prescribed duties. They were all magnanimous, and they knew nothing other than the devotional service of Lord Kṛṣṇa. Sabe kore sabare bandhava vyavahar, keho karo na janen nija avatar. They all had friendly relationships with each other, although they were unaware of each other's identity. Vishnu bhakti shunya dekhi sakala sangsar, antare dahaye boro chitta sabakar. The hearts of these devotees burned on seeing the people of the world devoid of devotion to Lord Vishnu. Kṛṣṇa katha shuni beka heno nahi jan, apanay apani sabe koren kirtan. Because they could not find anyone interested in hearing topics of Lord Kṛṣṇa, they would engage in kirtan by themselves. Dui chari danda thaki Advaita sabhai, Kṛṣṇa katha prasange sakala dukha jai. They would remain together for a couple hours in the house of Advaita Prabhu and mitigate their distress with topics of Kṛṣṇa. Dagda dekhe sakala sangsara bhaktagan, alaper sthana nahi koren krandhan. The devotees felt that the entire world was burning, and they felt sorry because they could not find anyone to speak with. Shakala Vaishnava meli apani advaite, prani matra kare keho nare bhujaite. Sri Advaita Ācārya, along with the other Vaishnavas, tried to preach to the people, but they could not understand anything. Dukha bhabi advaita korena upavas, Shakala Vaishnava gane chare dhirga svas. In distress, Advaita Ācārya began to fast, and the Vaishnavas sighed deeply. Keno va Krishner nrita, keno va kirtan, kare va Vaishnava boli ki va saṅkīrtana. People did not know why the devotees danced for Kṛṣṇa or chanted his names. They could not understand who was a Vaishnav or what the purpose of Saṅkīrtan was. Kichu nahi jane loka dhana putra ashe, Shakala pashandi meli Vaishnavere hase. People could not understand any of these things because their hearts were filled with desires for wealth and children. All the atheists would laugh at the Vaishnavas. Chari bhai Śrīvāsa miliya nija ghare, nisha hoile hari nama gai uchai sware. Every evening, Śrīvāsa Pandit and his 3 brothers would loudly chant the names of Hari in their house. Shuniya pashandi bole hoilo pramar e brahmana koribek gramer utsad. On hearing this chanting, the atheists would remark, "What madness! This Brahman Śrīvāsa will ruin this village." Mahatibra narapati yavana ihar e akhyana shunile pramada nadiyar. The Mohammedan king is very cruel by nature. If he hears about this kirtan, the whole district will suffer. Keho bole e brahmane e grama hoite ghara bhangi ghuchaiya phelai mushrote. Someone else said, "I'll drive this Brahman out of town, break his house, and throw it in the Ganges." E bamune ghuchaile gramer mangal anyatha javane grama koribe karolo. If we get rid of this Brahman, then it will be good for the village. Otherwise, the Yavanas will take over the town. E mata bole joto pashandir gan shuni Kṛṣṇa boli kande bhāgavata gan. Hearing the atheists speak in this way, the devotees began to cry and chant Krishna's name. Shuniya Advaita krodhe agni heno jale digambar hoy sarva vaishnavere bole. When Advaita Ācārya heard these things, he became as angry as fire. Neglecting whether he was dressed properly, he spoke to all the Vaishnavas. Shuno Śrīvāsa Gangadasa Shuklambar Koraibo Krishna Sarva Nayana Gochar Sabha Udharibe Kṛṣṇa Apane Asiya Bujhaibe Kṛṣṇa Bhakti Toma Sabaloya. Listen, Śrīvāsa, Gangadas, and Shuklambar, I will make Krishna descend for all to see. He will personally come and deliver one and all by preaching devotional service with your help. Jabe nahi paro tabe e deha hoite prakashiya chaturbhuja chakra loy muhate. If I fail to do this, then I will manifest 4 arms and take up my disc. Pashandire khatiya kori muskandanash tabe Kṛṣṇa prabhumor muitar das. I will sever the heads of the atheists, and then it will be confirmed that Kṛṣṇa is my Lord and I am his servant. E mata Advaita bole nanukhan sankalpa koriya puje Kṛṣṇer charan. In this way, Sri Advaita Ācārya constantly worshipped the lotus feet of Kṛṣṇa with great determination. Bhakta saba nirabadi ekachitta hoya puje Kṛṣṇa pada parma krandana koriya. The other devotees also shed tears as they all constantly worshipped Kṛṣṇa with fixed determination. Sarva Navadvīpe bhrame bhāgavata gan kothao na shune bhakti joger kathan. As the devotees wandered through Navadvīpa, they never heard any topics concerning devotional service. Keho dukhe chahe nija sharira edite keho Kṛṣṇa boli svasa charaye kandite. Seeing the people's pathetic condition, some of the devotees wanted to give up their bodies, while others sighed deeply as they called out the name of Kṛṣṇa and cried. Anna bhalo mate karo na ruchaye mukhe jagater vyavahar deki pai dukhe. The devotees became so unhappy by seeing people's behavior that they lost their desire to eat. Charilen bhaktagan sarva upabhog avatari bare prabhu korila udyog. As the devotees gave up all material comforts, the Supreme Lord prepared to advent.
Gaura Hari Bol. So next Sunday we'll read the second half of this chapter, in which Balaram descends as Shri Nityananda Ram and Shri Kṛṣṇa descends as Gaura Hari. In the second half of the chapter, we'll hear about when Mahaprabhu appears in the bodies of Jagannath Mishra and Shachi Devi. Their bodies become effulgent, and they even hear Anantadev chant Jai Jai. And then we'll hear the prayers that Brahma and the other demigods offer to the Lord in the womb. And finally, the full moon night of Falgun arrives, and there's an eclipse. And the whole of Nadia is filled with people calling out the names of Hari. And finally, the Lord makes his divine advent. Shri Sachinandan Gaur Hari Ki Jai. Shriman Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Shri Advaita Chandra Ki Jai. Shri Gadadhar Pandit Ki Jai. There's Gadadhar Bhavan there. Śrīvāsa Pandit Ki Jai. Śrīvāsari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur Ki Jai. Sa Parshad Shri Gaur Hari Ki Jai. Srila Gurudev Ki Jai. Srila Param Gurudev Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Shri Rupanuga Gauriya Guru Varga Ki Jai. Shri Harinam Saṅkīrtana Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Vrindai Tulsi Devai Priyai Keshavascha Kṛṣṇa Bhakti Pradadevi Satyavatai Namo Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Alright, so I'll see you all next Sunday. Jai Shri Sachinandan Gaur Hari Ki Jai.